Okay, I think we're good to go. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I actually have another microphone. If you've been watching my channel recently, you know that my one microphone wasn't working properly, and the microphones my husband gave me weren't working at all. So I totally forgot that these microphones came two in a box. Completely forgot about that, and it dawned on me the other day, and so I went searching around for it and I found it. So hopefully I have it charged. I don't think it's fully charged, but it's charged enough where I can use it this morning. So anyway, it's been a while since I did like a vlog. Like I like just kind of doing bits and pieces of the week. So I'm going to try that again this week. I'm not sure how it's going to go. I like the idea of just kind of adding some of the fun parts of each of my day onto a video. It's fun for me. I don't know if it's really fun for viewing, but I'm just going to do it anyway because I feel like doing that this week. So anyway, let's see, it's almost 11. Yeah. So I went out this morning because somebody had some free stuff out on their property. Unfortunately, they didn't have anything that much left, but I went out this morning hoping to find some cool free things that they were getting rid of. A lot of people right now are getting rid of their yard sale leftovers. So I don't know where you live, but if you're looking for free stuff or whatever, definitely check your local Facebook marketplace and see like what people are getting away for free, because a lot of people are having end of the season yard sales, at least around here. Now, if you live like in the southern states, maybe that's a year-round thing because you have nice weather most of the time. Once it gets cold around here, we really don't have a whole lot of yard sales. But anyway, but it's so frustrating. Like I live in a pretty like busy area, but like everything that people are getting, like all the places that people are getting rid of stuff. I'm encouraging you guys to go to Facebook Marketplace, and here I am like, oh wait, I'm not getting anything anyway because all those things that are free around my area are not actually in my area. They're like 45 minutes away, which is frustrating. My gosh, when I'm talking, it's really, my therapist has said like he thinks I'm ADHD a couple times. I'm like, I don't think I am. But then I listen to myself talk and I cannot stay on one topic. Like I can't just say I went to a person's house because they had free stuff. They didn't have anything left over that I really wanted, so I came back home. Facebook Marketplace has a lot of places, a lot of people getting rid of free stuff. Their yard sale leftovers. You should check it out. That took me 3 seconds to say. The first part of that video was forever. Good Lord. It's frustrating because am I the only one who does this? Like, do you ever feel like you're starting to say something, but it reminds you of something else and you have to say it or you'll forget? Like that's kind of where I'm at. I'm trying to do better with that, talking slower and getting to the point. I have a hard time with that, and I feel like I ramble. And if I don't speak fast enough, I'll forget my stuff. And also, I feel like I'm going to lose people's interest. Maybe I lose people's interest because I talk too much about a bunch of random things. Anyway, so the other day on my most recent video, I showed you guys that I got a cool pitcher and some glasses. So I cleaned those up today and put them up on my kitchen shelf, but I'm not sure if I like them. So where they're at. So I'm going to show you guys. You can tell me what you think, if they're placed well. And I'm not sure if I'll do any more filming today. I'm trying to think of what I could do. I do know that my local thrift store has 50% off sale for some of their items. So I might go in there and just see like what they have for sale. I was thinking of going to the flea market this week, but the weather doesn't look like it's really conducive for that. So we'll see how that goes. All right, well, I'll end this for now. And then if anything else interesting happens, I'll let you know. I'm going to quick show you where I put the pitcher and the glasses, and I think there's something else I was going to show you guys. Maybe I'll quick take you outside and show you my flowers. Some of them are dying off, but some of them did come up like pretty nice, and it's such a gorgeous day outside today. It really, really is. All right, I'm going to quick show you where I put everything. Okay, so I'm purposely not showing the countertop because I have to clean up my dirty dishes. As you can see on the bottom shelf, I'm missing some glasses. It's kind of empty. It's because they all need to be washed. Even on the second shelf, there are a few things that need to be replaced. Anyway, but the top shelf, like, I like it, but I don't. Like, I'm not sure. Like, I thought I was going to like it more having the, let me zoom in, hold on. I need to use my hand that's holding the microphone to do that. I love how it looks, and I think it's so cute. I love, love, love this set. It's absolutely darling. So that's not the problem. But like now that I have everything up here, I don't know. Let me zoom out. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Or should I put like all like the turquoise picture I have on the far left? Should I put that and the other one together? Put the bowls on one side and those on the other. I thought about putting the two pink bowls that are on the middle shelf up in the top, and then putting the picture down on the second shelf, in the middle shelf, all the way to the left next to the pink glasses. But I'm not sure that's going to work either. So I don't know. Anyway, it's going to stay there for now. There we go. Now that I'm in the shade, I can see this a lot better. I definitely learned a lot this year. Usually I have done vegetables here in the past, but next year I'm going to do flowers again. So last time I just did like a middle aisle so you could walk through, and then the flowers on either side. But next year I think I'm going to do more across the back and the sides, so you can just walk in a few steps, enough to pick the flowers, but that'll be it. Like these are so sweet. And this, oh, that looks like a sunflower. Let's go around and see. Wait, I don't think this is sunflower though. It looks like, no, it's just just stepping on a rock here. Oh, that's just that one. It's pretty though, right? Get some in the middle. There's a lot of weeds. It's a mess. It's not what I pictured. You can see, like, they turned out, like, I have some here. Like, again, they're all kind of dying out though, unfortunately. I did have some really soft pink flowers here in the corner. I got like one. But I haven't seen any more. This little bud here might end up turning into that real soft pink flower. And these just bloomed the other day. Let me zoom in, hold on. Like, that's really, really pretty. It's a little bit different from the other ones. And then over here, kind of hard to see. Let me zoom in. I like these flowers because the petals are like thin little spindly things, but still kind of cool. There's a yellow one over here trying to grow. That's pretty. Sorry for the beeping trucks in the background. I love these like purplish pink ones. Oh my gosh. Every time I come out, they just like greet me. They're so bright and pretty. Okay, I'm here at my local thrift store just to walk around. Let's go see what they have. Okay, starting out on this little local thrift store, I found this really cute, what looks to be a handmade pottery jar. I like the saying on it, and the little smiley faces were really sweet. But what I really loved about it was the little mushroom handle on the top. I just thought that was really sweet and creative. And I like that the inside was black. I couldn't tell if this was something that was made a long time ago or within the past few years. It had like a 70s vibe to it, but it did not have a year mark on it. I kind of wish the maker had put a time stamp or like a year on it. This little picture was cute. And I liked that it had the H on it. Just a few teapots. They always, like, this end cap always has like the neatest little teapots and serving dishes. Very sweet. And I wanted to show this casserole dish, this nice corning dish. If you ever see this dish with the basket and the blue flowers and there's a cat on it, buy it, especially if it's really cheap, because they can go for hundreds of dollars. No joke. I think it's called Country Meadow or Meadow Garden. I cannot remember. But if you ever see a corny casserole with a cat on it and it's, under 100, buy it. I love these old antique brown bowls. I couldn't tell you the age of them. I don't collect bowls this old. I'm mostly just into Pyrex and the mid-century kitchenware. But I still love the look of these. That sucker was heavy too. I was trying so hard not to drop it. Like, that's a solid bowl though. I love to think of kitchen bowls, especially like the stories they could tell if they could talk, the dishes that they helped make, and like the conversations surrounding them, and the kitchens and the families they were in. I know I'm overthinking that. I know it's kind of silly and goofy, but that's why I love vintage ware and vintage, especially like cooking ware. It's just fun to think about all the uses that it had and its history. I remember back in a time where beer trays like this were like really expensive in antique shops. Now I'm sure it's only specific ones, but I was surprised to find that for only $5. This is $18. I realize that's hard to see. I apologize for that. Again, this was very heavy too. I love the green glass. I'm not into the glass baskets, but I love the look of the green. And this picture caught my eye. I went back to this thrift shop, sorry, a couple days after this, and this picture was gone. I didn't buy it. I really, really liked it, but I wasn't sure where in my house it would go. But I just love the picture, and even the frame was nice. I love the size of it. So pretty, so country. I love the snow scene. Get the price here for you. Somewhere. There we go. Kind of struggling, sorry. I think it's $8. Yeah, $8. Not bad for that at all. And this piece of art was really interesting because this was actually painted on a piece of glass. It was not canvas, it was not cardboard, it was actually a pane of glass. I'm sure it's been done before, but I don't really think I've seen it very often, if at all. Probably because they don't survive well. But the painter did a really, really good job. I was really impressed by the picture and the details. It's very reminiscent of Bob Ross. Very much remind me of Bob Ross with the mountains in the background and the water and the trees. It's really lovely. It was heavy though. And $12. Not bad for that, for something hand painted. Oh, and this thing was so cool. The more when you moved, you get like all 4 seasons. I forget what this kind of plastic paper is called. There's a word for it. Not lithograph, not hologram. I cannot remember what it is. But it's so fun. It was so mesmerizing. I kept going back and forth trying to see fall, autumn, spring, summer. That was cool. I love the sweet planter. I actually did do Google Lens the other day because I wasn't sure where it came from and I could not find really any information on it. I don't think it's vintage. I don't think it's all that old. But then again, I couldn't find anything on it. She was cute, but I didn't like her enough to actually get her. And to be honest, I'm doing less and less houseplants. For a while, I was getting tons of houseplants. Then after a while, it was kind of like overwhelming to like try and take care of all of them. So I only have a handful left. And they have this whole section. They have like vases, and then they have all these tins. And they had a couple here, which I thought were really, really cool. Again, when I went back the other day, both were gone. Not that I was going to buy them, but someone else found them and loved them as well. I actually did used to collect coffee tins. Josh and I liked to collect them, but then we really didn't have a place to display them, so we just had this pile of them, and over time we just were like, okay, we're done collecting these. We liked the idea of them, but really weren't really good at displaying them. This tin was really cool. This one is gone as well. I think it's just for tobacco. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. I don't think $12 was too bad for that. It is pretty scratched up in the back, so I don't know what these go for in good condition. I never did check that. So cool. I love the handle and the clasp. You can almost use it as a purse. I love this monster of a plate. Be perfect for Thanksgiving. I keep seeing these every so often in thrift stores, and I'm so tempted to buy them, but I don't host Thanksgiving. Usually it's like my mom or my mother-in-law or my sister-in-law. Like, it really doesn't make sense for me to have it. Because then again, it just dawned on me, maybe I could buy it for one of them. I don't know. What do you think of this rocking chair? I thought this looked really, really old. I'll say really old. When I say really old, I mean like maybe 100 years old, but maybe it's only like 30 or 40. I'm not the greatest at telling how old furniture is. So I think it says 15, yeah, $15. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is really old or just made to look old? It's a very sweet piece. I love this pillow. I actually did go back and buy this one because I already have a little small chenille pillow on my one sofa. So I figured this would match it pretty well. Yeah, $3, not bad for that. And I know it's kind of weird to buy used pillows, but most thrift stores do kind of somewhat sanitize them. So it didn't smell bad. Like I always try and give them good sniff test just to make sure. And then just kind of digging through this little craft bin. Every once in a while, I'll find something cool in here. Little bits of this and that. I mean, this bin had a lot of cool stuff in it. So if you're looking for little things, definitely cheaper to go to the thrift store than like a craft store. And I did buy that bear sticker as well. He is in one of my junk journals currently. And I bought this trim as well. Love the colors. Some nice lace ribbon. I already have a bunch of this though, so I did leave it behind, and it's not my favorite color to be honest. I'm really not into maroon or fuchsia, whatever color you got. What color would you call that? I would call it maroon. Okay, I didn't see anything in there that I had to have. They had some interesting items, but nothing I really feel like spending money on today. But it was just fun to walk around and see. There weren't as many things for sale that I thought there would be. I was hoping for more of a sale, but there really wasn't much of anything. They have a really good selection of items, just nothing that I'm looking for. So, but it was still fun to walk around. Not a bad way to spend part of your day.
Okay, it's Tuesday. I don't have a whole lot to share with you guys today. I don't have any like major big plans or anything, but I did want to work on my one junk journal. So I have a few things I've set aside that I wanted to stick in there. So I thought for Tuesday, I'll just show you some of that. It may not be terribly exciting, but it's kind of a fun project, and I kind of like watching other people do this kind of stuff. So anyway, I actually have a few interesting things to put in the junk journal. I actually have a few fun things to put in my junk journal. I collect the weirdest things sometimes. Once you start doing a junk journal, all of a sudden, at least for me, I see all these cool things I could put in the book. So my husband likes to smoke cigars, and I've had him save the papers. So I had like this paper, little picture on it. And some of these are really cool. They have a lot of colors and they're very intricate, very detailed. So I thought that one was kind of cool. I like this one. It has a lot of gold and grain on it. So I thought this would be really fun to kind of put in there. So I figure I'll do that today with you guys. That one's kind of fun. And then I actually have another small, not really a project. I call it a project, but it's really not a product. It's like a craft idea. Isn't that one fun? I love that. Anyway, I have a few of those I want to put in here. I forgot about that. All right, so what I have with my junk journal is I had this little section inside where there's a card glued onto a page, and I've been wanting to figure out, like, I wasn't sure what to put in here. I've been trying to figure out what to do with that. So I think what I'm going to do then is use this for all the cigar papers. So I'm just going to glue them in just like that. I just thought I probably will embellish it a little bit more over time. Right now, I just want to kind of get them glued in. I've been collecting them for a while. Actually, I have several of these. I really only need like one of these. I'll pick out like the best one. They're actually like little like lion heads or whatever. So maybe like one of the ones with like the less amount of like red coming off. And oh, I have this one I thought was fun. It says Wicked. I might put this on the other page and then put like a picture on it. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with that one, but that's kind of cool. So I'll just put these on, and then I got to figure out where I'm going to put the Alice in Wonderland little like cards and term things I made. That I might have to rethink, not rethink, but like figure out how I want to put them and everything. So Okay. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is start the biggest one on the bottom. And like I said, eventually I might add other stuff to the page. But for the time being, sometimes simple is best in junk journals. Oh, let me put it this way. In any kind of art, sometimes very simple is best just because things look nice and simple. So maybe I'll just keep these plain. A lot of my pages I've really gotten into. I put a lot of, oops, oh, that's upside down. I have put a lot of stuff on them. So I'll get a little more glue on here. But yeah, this is, I don't know why. This is the kind of thing that's fun. Like we like to go outside in the summer nights and have our dinners. So Josh will have a cigar or whatever. And I like to have one every so often myself. I like the little ones. I'm not encouraging like smoking or anything. I'm just more saying. But these are really fun to use. And this way they're not being thrown away. Not that they're little pieces of paper. So you're not, not that big of a deal. But anyway, it was funny the other day or yesterday when I was filming, it's going to be part of this video. I was talking about the, potentially being ADHD. I don't think I am, but my therapist has thought I was. And so it's funny, I was telling Josh the other day. So I took a test. I tried to take a test, and it wanted me to sign in to something and use my Facebook password. I'm like, no. So I didn't do that. And then Josh found one last night where I could it was a quick little one, and it gave me instant results, and I wasn't, which was not a surprise to me. Like, I really didn't think that I was. It's funny, he definitely is. He took the test, and he was like 9 out of 10. I'm like 1 or 2 out of 10. Sorry, I keep forgetting I have to be done here. I started to glue it off camera, and so anyway. But I just found that kind of funny. Because I was thinking, like, my family's really into, like, my husband and my daughter were really into the personalities, like the Myers-Briggs personalities. If you've never done the test before, I highly recommend it. It's kind of fun. It's kind of long. It's free, and then I'll tell you your personality roughly. Like it's not everything about it will be 100% exact because you're your own individual person. But all that to say is, I always thought I was an INFP, but recently I had someone say that they thought I was an INFJ, and Josh always thought I was an INFJ. I don't think I am though either. So I went and rewatched videos or watched videos. I talked about INFP and INFJs, and I could kind of relate to both, but not like one or the other 100%. And Josh was like, well, maybe you're INFJ with ADHD. So I looked that up, but that wasn't very helpful either. And then after I took the ADHD test, am I saying that too fast? Sorry. I realized I wasn't. But I think the reason my therapist thought I was because I talk so freaking fast. And he's like, that's your superpower. That's your superpower. And fortunately for him, his brain works that way too. So if I get talking fast, he can follow along. But I think part of it is too, like, I don't like being interrupted. And a lot of people do, and that's just how they are. They don't mean to be rude or anything. For the longest while, I did take offense to that in my life. Like, I was really frustrated. I don't like being interrupted, and that I lose my train of thought. So I talk really fast to get my thoughts out and just to make sure I'm heard. I think that's why I do it. But anyway, but I've come to realize over time, like, I've been a little judgmental towards people because even Josh a lot of times, like, over the years, like, interrupts me. I'm like, I'm talking, don't interrupt me. And I realized it's an ADHD thing, which I didn't realize that until like recently, not like yesterday. Like, I've kind of known this. So I've had to learn to be less judgmental and more understanding about that, like not taking it personally. But it's really hard, especially if I'm like frustrated or angry and I want to get a point across, and then I'm being like interrupted. And I'm like, I feel like for me, it's almost like a love language. Like, listen to me fully and like don't interrupt me. But I also have to be understanding that, not everyone means harm by doing that. They just get excited and want to talk. And to be honest, on rare occasions, I do that too. Like, I will kind of like interrupt people, and then I feel really bad. I'm like, oh gosh, I hate when people do that to me. I hope I didn't like make them so mad. But anyway, I'm actually done with. Oh wait, no, I got one more. Oh, I like this one. It says diesel. That's cool. I like that. Maybe I'll put it down here. I like that. So anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, talking about wanting to be listened to and stuff. So anyway, going back to the personalities thing, then it's just they always say INFPs like to read and write. I don't. Like, I really, really don't. I really could care less. And when I do the personality test, I'm actually closer to an ISFP. ISFPs are very similar to INFPs. And And ISFPs like to do more crafty stuff, things with their hands, as where INFPs like to write and read. So I really do relate more to ISFP and that venue. But I've taken the test 3 times. I'm INFP. Anyway, sorry, you're just going to deal with me because from time to time I will talk about personality stuff. It's just something my family we like to do. This is part of a bread bag, and I like the picture because it had like horse and drawn carriage with people in it, but it's like a thin plastic. I'm not sure how. I don't think it's going to stick on with glue. I might just use tape. I don't have any Scotch tape on hand, so but I'm not sure if I want this on this page anyway. But I think I'll do now for that. I just got to find another page. I actually got this the other day from Aldi's. I got one of their cauliflower crust pizzas, and this truck was on it. I'm like, oh, suddenly I could see it in my junk journal, putting like cute, maybe like pictures of pumpkins on it or something for fall. So I'm gonna find a page to glue this on. But anyway, let me find the page. And I'm also going to, if I do one page like this, I'll leave it open and dry. But since I'm going to do another page, I'm going to put this parchment paper over it so that way this page doesn't stick to the other page. This should be enough. I do have a wider page somewhere, but this will be okay. But it's funny, the Myers-Briggs, if you know your Myers-Briggs personality, there are some really cool people on YouTube who have videos doing that kind of stuff. Frank James is one. He's one of the he does more funny stuff. Like he'll do funny skits and all that. We love watching him. Like it's so entertaining. But there's another channel called Love Who. He's a little bit more like educational, and he'll go over like the personalities. He does a really good job. Some are funny. And there's another guy, I forget his channel name. He actually lives in Japan. He does a lot of INFP stuff. That's how I found him. All right. All right, let's get this on here. I had to hold this page down because it's so, ooh, it's going to just fit. That's going to just fit. Get some glue in there. But, yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to use this one for one of the Alice ones. Or maybe I can do both. I'm not sure. Let me see. No, there's not enough. Unless I do like this kind of thing. I could potentially do both. Well, that's not bad. And then this covers the lip gloss. Oh, I kind of like that. I kind of like 2 on a page. It's going to take a lot of glue, though. But that's okay. I'll do like this one on a separate page. That'll be okay. Okay, I have a little bit of Elmer's glue in here. This is like overkill. Like this glue is more for putting jewelry together. But because this is like a shiny, thick cardboard, I don't know how well it's going to stick on its own. So let's just give it its best chance for staying. I don't care if this top piece is hanging off the top, which is actually kind of cool because hopefully you can see it. It does have a little hole in the plastic. So I can hang something off of that, like a tassel or maybe one of the little charms. I'm still not sure if I want to put the charms on this page or hang them from the book because they are cool to see, but they'll make it hard to close the book. This book is getting more and more stuffed with stuff, which actually I really don't mind it. That's perfectly okay. Okay, same with this one. Just gonna cover all that. I know I should do. I wonder if I should. Oh, it's too late. I put the glue here. I'm like, I could bend this one down and use this circle, but I already put glue up here. I feel like the glue should have been down here. That's okay. That's okay. That'll work. I just want to make sure. I really want to make sure this is going to stay. E6000 absolute overkill for this, but it will guarantee that it will stay and not fall out. So that's good. But you know, my poor son, he had to stay home today because he's not been feeling good. His ear's bothering him. I think it's the allergies, but he always gets ear infections. So I told him today, he's in high school now. So I'm like, and he's always been good about going to school. I'm like, if you don't feel good, just stay home. That's fine. That's what his days are for. And he was going to go because he has 2 tests today. I'm like, honey, that's why they have makeup tests. So he's resting. And then I have to take my daughter to the dentist tomorrow because she has a tooth that's bothering her. Oh, there we go. There we go. So that'll be fun. But I'm actually excited because I have, I'm selling a few things off of Facebook Marketplace today. So that'll give me some cash. I'm looking forward to going to Hobby Lobby then later this week. I have some things I want to get more for this kind of thing. I'm going to let this one dry. I do want to come back and hang stuff maybe off of it, but I'm not sure. I want this to be fully dry before I do any of that. So maybe I'll come back to that later today and I'll add that to this video. But I do want to cover this. Here, actually, I have a freezer bag because I don't want these 2 pages to stick together. I think I can do this okay. All right, actually, I really like the black background for this. The pink and the black look really good together. So I'm gonna do the same thing with the, oh, I just put my good glue away. I'm gonna do Elmer's glue and the E6000. I put the E6000 away. I don't know why I did that. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put that up higher. So again, I can have this available for hanging anything from. I don't have anything down here, but I'll figure that out later. There we go. That's pretty cool. Oh, I like that. I like how that looks. Slide it a little bit. I just like making good use of pretty things like this. I've heard of people talking about junk journals for years. There's a YouTuber who would when she get gifts from like her like subscribers and stuff, she's like, oh, I'm gonna put this in my junk journal. I'm like, what's a junk journal? But more and more I like this idea of just creating things. This is such a fun thing to do. If you just want time to kind of veg out, listen to music, or have like a movie in the background, this is so calming and fun. So each page is its own like canvas, and each page is its own artwork. It can be real simple, or it can be whatever. To do next, I have these pictures that I had got from I had online screenshots, and my husband printed them out, and so hopefully you can see those. So I'm gonna find places for all these as well. So maybe I'll cut these out meanwhile, get these glued in, and then at a later date, make more ribbons and tassels and all that. I can embellish. We were experimenting. Like this page was okay, but like everything was getting cut off. So I'm gonna cut out all the pictures I'm gonna save, and then I'll come back and glue them with you guys. All right, there we go. This junk journal is a different style than I usually make. When I was watching Treasure Books, Natalie and Natasha and Treasure Books, she showed how to make this junk journal a while back, and you can just like tie them in instead of sewing them in. So I just made like a few signatures, a bunch of pages together, and just put several layers of twine. Instead of sewing in 3 holes, I just did that, which is fine, but these do slide around a lot. So that's why a lot of times when I'm doing some of this, like earlier this was askew because the pages were coming askew. It is a quick, easy way. No, I take that back. It's not quick and easy. It actually was about a lot of work to try and get this together. But it is a way to do it without sewing the 3 holes. In the future, the next one I make, because this one's already almost full, the next one I'm going to do the 3-hole sewing, whatever, just because the pages do stay together better. Eventually, I am going to embellish these pages a little bit more, but for now, I'm going to let them dry, and I kind of want to get some more supplies. But I just wanted to do this for today. This was just a little fun, relaxing thing I wanted to do by myself and just share with you guys and just kind of chat a little bit. So, all right, the next shot should be probably Wednesday and then Thursday, and then we'll have our vlog. All right, it's Wednesday morning. Just kind of going over what I have to do today. Yeah, sorry, look a little rough. I don't put my makeup on yet today. Basically, trying to go over today's. What am I doing today? So this morning, my daughter has to go to the dentist. She was complaining of one of her teeth hurting her the other day, so we're gonna go over there and get that taken care of. I tried to look at her teeth, and I didn't really see anything obvious to me. But she said it was sensitive with certain foods and stuff. So just want to get that checked out. Wednesdays are going to be crazy because both my kids have stuff in the evenings. So it's like a lot of back and forth, and both of them, what they both have to do are totally different things at 2 totally different times. So that's going to be interesting. So Wednesdays are going to be crazy for a while, but that's okay. That's okay. So I'm just actually having the rest of my breakfast here. I started, not sponsored at all because my channel is so small, but like I have these protein bars. I'm trying to eat a little bit more mindfully. So I have trying to do protein bars for breakfast. I have like coffee and tea and stuff, but I had these, what is it? Robert Irvine's Fit Crunch wafer. I love any kind of wafer cookie or whatever. It's mint chocolate chip. So I like having these just so it kind of fills me up. And sometimes I feel like if I have breakfast, that's like, I don't know, like I've been trying, sorry, getting off point. My breakfasts usually aren't too bad, but usually they're bready and stuff. I'm like, I really want to focus more on protein, but at the same time, I don't want to hyper focus with food because then I overthink it. And then, I've had healthy and unhealthy attitudes and mindsets towards food in the past. So I'm trying to just like enjoy the food that I want, just try not to eat too much and just enjoy life. Like as I've gotten older, I'm getting better and better with my mindset. Um, I don't necessarily have the body I want, but like I've learned that for me to get the body that I want, I have to be so regimented, so rigid. I can't enjoy life anymore. It's not worth it for me. I've been there, done that, and it's not healthy. It's just like, you know what? Life is short. Have the good food, eat the good food, but also be healthy, be mindful. That's a rough balance. So I've gotten to the point where I feel like right now I want to be a little bit more mindful, be a little more active, but it's harder. Like I don't know about the rest of you. Like I don't know how your ages or anything, but like the older I get, like I actually feel like I want to move more, but it doesn't take much to pull a muscle or hurt something, and then I can't move for days. You've got to be kidding me! Like I actually want to move. I actually enjoy doing some light weightlifting or walking, or there's a bunch of different little exercises that I found that I was working on for a while, but I've realized I can't do leg lifts because it hurts my lower back. Like just standing and just kind of like doing like the knees up and hitting the knees because my lower back doesn't take much to tweak it, and then it's like forget it. So anyway, I'm just enjoying my breakfast and I have some tea. I have some peppermint tea in my mug. But anyway, I'm just doing this for a couple minutes and before I have to head out with my daughter. But I might see if she's willing. Depends how she feels. But I might actually go out to Hobby Lobby to get some stuff. And if I do, I'll take you guys along and show you what I get, and maybe Goodwill on the way home. But again, if she just feels like going straight home, we'll just go straight home. But I'm just attempting the vlog this week, just doing a little bit of doing a little bit of vlogging each week. I'm not sure the proper terminology for that. So this isn't terribly exciting, but I'm just sitting here relaxing, enjoying the morning before we have to leave. We leave at like 9:30 and it's like 9:20. So I have a few minutes. So I'm going to sip my tea, finish my protein bar, and then head out. And hopefully for her sake, we don't have to go back. I'm hoping that they look at her tooth and either say, it's nothing, it's just sensitive, give it time, because it doesn't hurt her all the time. Or if there is something that they have the time to fix it, like, all right, let's just fix it now so you can go. We don't have to like reschedule. But yeah, fortunately my son's feeling better today. He stayed home yesterday. Over the years, he's always had really bad ear infections. I think when his allergies flare up, I think it bothers him. So many times I've taken him to the doctors for that. But as he's gotten older, just trying to let it run its course before I jump to the doctor like immediately. And usually the past few times it's taken care of itself. Like he was much better even last night. So I'm glad I didn't rush him to the doctor. um, so he can go back to school today. I feel bad because he did have a couple tests yesterday, and he's like, "Oh, I got tests," and he was going to make himself go. I'm like, honey, that's why they have test makeup, so you can go make it up later. So then later on, he told me because nowadays it's nice because they have like laptops and stuff, so they can check and see. He's like, I didn't really miss anything important today, and he's got like time today where he can make up his test. So I'm like, see, it worked out. You have to take care of yourself, and he's always really good about going to school. Like both my kids have been really good about that. So like if they really need a day off, they never pressure me to like, can I stay home? Like they never whine about that. They're always good about it. I'm like, just stay home. So he like slept half the day. So it's a good thing. So, all right, well, I'm going to finish my tea and my breakfast and then we'll go from there. Okay, this is in the first Goodwill store that I go to. I like the print on that little container. That'd be really pretty with some flowers in it, like some wildflowers. And then they had this little vintage casserole. I think it's a glass bake, although the bottom didn't say glass bake. But they wanted a little too much for it, I thought. I thought like $9.99 for that. For Pyrex, yes. For that, like maybe $5-6. And this ashtray was so stinking cool. I did leave it there with the fleur de lis and that like teal color with the gold. Oh my gosh, so cool. Oh, it was so fantastic. How gorgeous is that? And I don't think it had a price tag on it though, which stinks. So they'll have a hard time selling that. Someone have to take it back and put a new price tag on it. I used to have these glasses. I love turquoise and gold. And I was actually excited because I found some Pyrex. It's actually well, first I found these cups. These were really neat. I'm pretty sure they're vintage. Like the turquoise in color. And then I was excited to find this Heinz dish. They wanted a lot for it. Like $10 was too much. This Heinz dish does not go for a lot of money. If you find it with its original lid, it's worth a lot. But the original Heinz lid is very rare. I think they only made a handful of them. I don't know the actual history of it. But so cool to find some Pyrex. Taking a gander at some of the Christmas stuff. Every so often, I will find some really sweet vintage Christmas decor. And our Goodwills lately always have something seasonal. They'll always have a Christmas section. And then around like September, October, they will have a Halloween section. I thought these were fun. These definitely were not vintage. They were just like cheap paper Christmas ornaments. But I thought they were fun. Kind of had like a disco ball look. I like the pink ones. Oh, this bowl set got me so excited. Okay, so my mother-in-law collects the red glass. When I saw this, $10 for the cups, the stand, the ladle. Definitely had to get that. So I did buy this. Very fun. Okay, I actually remembered to do a video going to the Goodwill. This is the second Goodwill that I'm going to today. And later on, I'll hit Hobby Lobby. Let's go ahead inside and see if there's anything good there. Going in this aisle, I saw it on the bottom shelf. Do you see it? Do you see it? I was so excited when I saw it. I quickly ran over practically. I have been looking for this Christmas bowl for a while now. I was kind of hoping to find it in a thrift store. Look at the price, $4.99, only $5. It's that German brand. I can't remember what the brand is called. It starts with a W. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So excited to find this. Later on, though, I do find a flaw in it. You will see that in a little bit. And actually, I was moving these plates because I could see that there was a lucite tray, or what you call like a spoon rest or trivet. But then after I revealed it, I didn't care for it as much. I didn't like the little weird seeds. Like this mug, but not for $4. And since it says Dunkin' Donuts, now that like Dunkin' Donuts doesn't say donuts anymore, it just says Dunkin'. So I'm thinking that would be a collectible item down the road. I kind of hope that mug is there though later when they have a sale and that color tag, because I kind of wish I'd get that mug now. And this is actually the same brand, I believe, that Christmas bowl I just grabbed. But as you can see, the tree isn't shiny. I think it's dishwasher damaged. And it comes with a free bug. Ew. This heart vase has been at this Goodwill the past few times I've gone. And I've always been tempted to buy it, but they want $10 for it. And I use Google Lens. I cannot find anything on it. So I love heart items, but this is a little big for my case that I have my heart stuff in. I like this vase. This vase is really nice. But I left that there. Oh, I love this. Oh my gosh. This is glorious. I'm pretty sure this is like vintage mid-century, but a big old crack in it. Big old crack over there. Like a chunk out of it. But I love this. If it would not have been cracked, I probably would have bought that. This thing was huge. I have my phone fully zoomed out so I could get as much of it in the frame as I could. It's nothing but glass. I think it's $30. Yeah, $29.99. I couldn't tell you its age. It could be vintage. It could be from Home Goods. I have no idea. But I thought it was fantastic. Can you imagine this as a centerpiece on a table? I mean, that's a statement piece right there. That thing was massive. And this was really, really cool. I was really tempted to buy this. $7 was a little steep for me. It's not terrible. Had it been on sale, I might have considered it. I do love this kind of look. Like this is like English fox hunt. Always makes me think of Mary Poppins when I think fox hunt. Some kind of pewter. I can't make out that name. Apologies. I was trying to get that. And I love this idea of hanging Christmas ornaments from like this metal tree cage or frame. I'm not quite sure what you would call it.
But I love that idea. I actually want to do that with vintage ornaments. Like I want to make something like that. I think that'd be really, really cool. But I think I want mine to be gold tone, not that silver tone. I like this little wooden carved box, but I think it's like a touristy thing. There's a few cool things on this shelf. So starting with these tiles. I love tiles, but I wasn't as into the illustrations on here. Not quite my style, but very beautifully well done. There was actually a guy walking around me earlier, and he had a cart, and he had big, thick tiles. I could tell they were made from Italy. I'm like, oh, those tiles are nice. Like, yeah. He's like, I got it when they first were putting them out. I'm like, yeah, I'm a little jealous that you got to those first. Like, you could tell they're the old vintage Italian tiles, real thick. So I just missed out on those. And I love the Humpty Dumpty. I do collect Humpty Dumpty items. This one is a little too juvenile for me. It was sweet, but a little too big for my Alice in Wonderland collection, which is where I would display anything Humpty Dumpty. But he was so sweet, though. Like the carolers. I don't know if this is like a Christmas ornament, or not ornament, but there's carolers. I would think Christmas, but maybe they're not. Got some little frosted angels. Little child playing baseball. And here's another shot of it. I was really interested in these. I left them there. I thought they were kind of cute. They're definitely vintage, but I don't know anything about them, and I didn't love them enough to actually want to take them home with me. I could tell right away that this was old and cool. Yeah, made in Germany. Unfortunately, though, I couldn't see it from that angle. When I turn it around and look at the bottom, you can see that there's like a really big crack in it. Like it looks like a chunk fell out and they re-glued it. They did a really good job. But I love the strawberry pattern design on it. Sweet little ceramic egg. I don't know what this was used for originally. I'm guessing something with Easter. But I like the picture on it. The picture is really sweet. And no markings. I was hopeful to find a maker's mark. I thought maybe I could figure out who made it and why, but... And then in the back, I found this really sweet cut and sew doll. It's really fun. It's fun to think that someone bought this material, cut it up, sewed it together, stuffed it. I wonder how old it is. I want to say 60s, 70s, but it could be 80s. I really don't know. I think cut and sew dolls have been around for several decades. And someone apparently dropped off their entire Precious Moments collection. I used to have Precious Moments as a teenager. My grandfather would buy them for me. I'm not sure how many I had. And I really think back in the day, people thought they would be highly collectible, but it definitely seems like no one really wants them nowadays, or not too many people. I'm sure some people do. It's really a shame because these were really pricey back in the day, and now they're only like a couple bucks at the thrift store. I was actually keeping an eye out for the Alice in Wonderland one. If memory serves, there is an Alice in Wonderland Precious Moments character. So I was kind of hoping I'd find it like on one of these shelves, but sadly, I did not. Found some more tiles, but really wasn't my cup of tea, but still fun to find. And then as I was carrying my Christmas ball around, I could feel that there was indentation. So I put it on the shelf, and sure enough, look what Goodwill did. Look what they did. They hit it. This is not the first time they've done this to me. I was so annoyed. I actually did consider not buying this bowl, but I really like it. And for only $5, I can just display it, with the chip in the back. Okay, sorry, not much of a segue. We're now in Hobby Lobby. Sorry for the jump there. I was looking for some of this trim for a project I want to work on, and then for some junk journaling. I love these tassels.
I love the colors. And per yard, it's $3.29. Sorry, I was trying to get the prices on some of these. Look at all the fun things you can embellish things with. I was surprised like what they had. Like I didn't even know that you could buy like yards and yards of like chain and rhinestones. So I'm guessing like if you're sewing it on a dress, like a fancy dress or whatever you'd want to, of course. Where's the price? There you go. 39 or sorry, 3.99 per yard, which makes sense. It's metal and rhinestones, but look how cool. That's fun. I like this one because it had like an iridescent rainbow shimmer to it. I was kind of getting caught up in all the things in this aisle. I'm like, I'll just film it. Maybe you guys will find it interesting. I didn't know half this stuff existed. Like my brain's going over all the things I could possibly make with it. And again, I'm just trying to go over like what trim that they had. They had a lot of fun, different. I don't know if it's trim or ribbon. I'll call it trim. But I love the like little dangly things coming off of it, like fringe or pom poms or tassels. There's just something fun about that. It just adds like a fun layer to whatever you're working on. Oh, sorry. Quick zoom in there. Prices weren't bad, and everything was 40% off. I realized I hadn't got the price yet, so I just wanted to quick pull it out so I could show you guys the price on the daisy trim. And about $2.49 and $2.99 for the colored ones. And walking out, I saw a few cool things on the shelves that I thought I would share with you guys as well. I love this mirror. I keep seeing this. I think I might have to go back for this mirror someday. I just love it. It's so pretty. The gold tone and the bows on the top and the bottom. Sweet little frame and vase, obviously. I really don't need to narrate that, but I thought they were cool. Oh, look at these cute head vases. They're so adorable. Again, I'm not doing as many plants nowadays. I really don't need them, but $8.99. My phone was not zoomed in as much as I thought it was, so apologies that the price is kind of fuzzy, but I just think these are so cute. These would be really sweet to put a succulent or a cactus in. I really wish they'd make one that looks like a twiggy head. That would be really fun. And then some glass stuff here in a minute here. There we go. These mushrooms were so cool. I'm not sure what you would do with them, except maybe put lights in them. I love the look of these. Really heavy though. Oh my goodness, I was afraid I was going to drop it yet. $19 for that. I don't think that's bad for a big chunk of gorgeous glass. That's not bad. This one is really heavy too. Little bit more manageable, but holy smokes, they were very, very weighty. I was about to walk away and then I saw this. This looks so mid-century modern to me. There's something about it just stands out, like the blue ball, the base of it. And it's $10.99. I don't know if you can see that. Apologies again, but I just love the look of that. So fun. Okay, I'm trying a different angle this time around. Usually I'm facing the other direction, but the way the lighting is, because you can see it's dark, it's nighttime out. So the lighting in here is really crazy and whacked out. So I'm trying to flip things around. Excuse my clothing and my laundry. This is my chair in my bedroom where I throw everything. I'm sure some of you have that. I know some people do. It's the one place where it's like, if I've worn it once or twice and then I don't want to put it in the the hamper, but it's like I'm not gonna put it with the clean clothes. So anyway, that's this pile. You don't see that. Don't look. It's not there. Anyway, so I just got a couple things today. I didn't go nuts, but the first Goodwill I went into, I did get the red glass bowl, the punch bowl. I am gonna take the tape off here and show you a little bit more of it, just because obviously I couldn't show you a whole lot in the store. The reason I got this, I was kind of going back and forth because I don't collect red glass. It is not my thing. It is pretty, but I'm not really into red. I love all colors, but if I had to pick a few favorites, red definitely would be at the bottom of the list. So I'm trying to do this very carefully. But my mother-in-law, on the other hand, loves this. So this is something that I'm going to put towards her Christmas present. And hopefully she likes it. I don't think she has this. I know she has a lot of drinking glasses and some plates and all that. So I'm hoping that this is something she doesn't have and that she does want. I might confirm with my sister-in-law. My one sister-in-law does see them a lot more often than we do. So I might quick text her and be like, does she have this? Because if she already has it, like I don't want her to have like double or anything. And I'm trying to figure out what this thing on the top is. This flat thing, at first I thought it was a plate, but then later on I was looking at it. I think it's a stand for the actual bowl itself. So yeah, look at that. I think that's a stand because it's got fingerprints all over, but it's got these 3 little feet little things. So I'm guessing that's what that's for, so it looks nice. I thought $10 was good, and I'm like, well, did I get it? Could I make some money on it? Some do sell okay. I've tried to sell red glass in my area on Facebook Marketplace, and no one wants it. Like, I can't get rid of it. So I'm like, and I don't want to ship this. This isn't something that I want to put on eBay with all the glassware. Glass is a pain in the butt to ship. Oh my gosh, this tape is all over this. Anyway, okay. So how many cups do we have here? Now these cups I see all the time. But they're darling little punch bowl glasses, you can see. So I don't know if any of them have chips. I did check the bowl when I was there. I just tried to make sure that the bowl itself was okay. But what I could tell, it was fine. So I got a bunch of these. I got to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 11. I'm wondering if the original set had 12 and it's just missing one because, over time, over decades, things break. So there are a ton of these little glasses. I gotta be really, really careful. They all look like they're in really good condition. It's a really cool idea though for a red glass, and I have considered this. I actually do have some red glass, but it's not vintage. It's Mikasa wine glasses. But the beauty with red glass, and I'm not saying anything that you guys don't already know. You're all really smart. Y'all can figure this out. But with red, it's so nice because not only can you use it for like say Christmas, you can also use it for Valentine's Day. Like I had some family members over around Valentine's Day to do like a little fun Valentine's Day dinner party type thing. This would be great. Actually, this would probably be okay for Thanksgiving too because it's a warmer color. But see, I want to try this with the stand just very carefully. So that's really cool. I didn't know they had stands. And I did look on eBay or no, I Googled it. I think I just Googled it. I don't remember seeing any with stands, but to be perfectly honest, I wasn't paying that close attention. But how cool is that? It's got the stand and everything. And I'm guessing from what I could tell with the pictures online, I did a quick look when I was standing in the store. I haven't checked it recently, but it looked like the ladle with a lot of those was this one. So I'm pretty sure it's original to it. So $10 for all that. That is really good. That is 11, 12, 13, 14, 11, 12, 13, 14 pieces. I'm counting the ladle and the stand and the bowl. So that's not too bad. The other thing that I got was this really cool cut to clear amethyst glass tumbler. It does look gray in this lighting. I'm pretty sure I did film this when I was in the store. I don't know if I have any paper. One second. Let's do us all a favor here and do some of this. There you go. Now you can see a little bit better. It does look gray, but it is purple. And I did Google Lens. I could not find one exactly like this. I know it's amethyst. I know it's glass. I know it's clear to cut. And but I could not find any with this pattern. So I have no idea. If anybody knows, the closest thing I could find was there were German ones that were similar to this. But it was just off enough where it wasn't the exact same thing. So it could be Czechoslovakian or not Czechoslovakian. Yeah, maybe Czechoslovakian. I think they do glass. I know I cannot remember the other country that does really nice glassware. Ugh. Anyway, but really, really love this. I was debating what to do with it, but for only $2, I thought it was really, really cool. And then when I came home, I put it on my one shelf in the dining room. I'll quickly show you what I mean here in a minute. Usually I do side pictures, but since this is a vlog, I'll just throw it in as a video. But it looks really good on the one shelf. With I have a green plate, and I have that one vintage plate that I showed you guys in the last video. That's from the 1800s, the purple flowers. Oh, looks so cool. Anyway, so cool. All right, and then, and you did see this also as well, but really happy that I did get this bowl, even with the chip. I'm glad I saw the chip before I bought it. This is not the first time the Goodwill has put tags over chips. About a year or so ago, I bought a ceramic owl, and it had the price tag on the base, and I got it home. I thought it was so cool. I took off the price tag, a chip almost as big as the price tag itself. I was so angry. I was so annoyed. So I almost didn't get this, but I do love this bowl. I've wanted it for a very long time, and I don't mind there's a chip. I'll just, when I display it, it'll be off to the side. And like I did say to my husband as well, like if I end up breaking it or chipping it or whatever, it was already flawed and I got it for cheap. So it'll look really cool with my other vintage Christmas bowls. So I'm really looking forward to Christmas time now because I have another bowl. One last thing I got here is I have no idea how long this video is going to be. This might be a very long vlog because we're not even to Thursday yet. I just thought it'd be really fun to go through this week and add videos here and there. So that's what I'm doing. This might end up being over an hour. Who knows if people are going to keep watching it, but I'm having fun making it, so I don't care. You can watch it in pieces if you want. Anyway, I got 4 yards of this stuff. Paid a total of $15.90. Well, no, it was actually 16 something with tax. But it was actually nice because I got a little bit extra than 4 yards because it was actually, when the lady was unwinding it, she was saying that you could see that it was kind of pinned together. And so someone had already cut a piece off. So the first bit she pulled out was a little over 2 yards. And I don't know how many inches more, maybe 6, 8 inches more. And she's like, oh, we'll just call that 2 yards. Okay, that works. And then she cut another 2 yards. So, isn't that cool? Ah, it's so fun. And you're like, well, Holly, why did you get this? Why? It's fun. It's so fun. Oh my gosh. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't know where I put it. This is what I think I'm gonna do. Did I showed you guys last video? I think this is gonna look good. I think. Or tacky, but I'm totally okay with tacky. So this cut and sew gingerbread house. So I'm gonna make it into a pillow, and then what I'm thinking is, just bear with me for just uno momento. Put this like as the border and go all the way around the pillow. Ah, how cool would that be? Explosion of colors. I mean, can you blame me? How fun is that? Anyway, I'm hoping to have, I purposely bought 4 yards because I'm expecting to have extra because I do want to put some of this then in the junk journal, like as a side piece on the paper, on the bottom, just like kind of like dangling outside the book. I think it's so cool. It's so fun. I really like those color tassels. Holy crap. I had the money to buy them, but I was just like, I'm a little low in the cash. I'd spent some of it at the thrift store. And I'm trying to just like, okay, I don't need it right now, and I don't have an immediate need for it, but I had tons there. So I know it's there, and so I think at some point in time I will go back and get that. The only thing I wasn't crazy about that is the tassels were so far apart. They were like 5, 6 inches apart, and I really wanted something, like I wanted tassels like 2 inches apart, like a bunch of them. So, I mean, if I'm sewing it on something, I can overlap it so they're close, but then you have to buy so much more yards of it. So I'm not sure. I don't know. It was a little bit cheaper than this, but not by much. Anyway, I'm going to cut this here because I still would like to do some footage for Thursday for this week. I wasn't going to do Friday just because I figured I would have enough by Thursday, and I can hopefully get this video edited and up by Friday. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'm going to end this here, and the next shot will be me sometime tomorrow. I have a walk tomorrow morning. Some ladies and I are going to walk nearby park, so I'm looking forward to that. Trying to get out more and be more social. And then Friday morning, my daughter does have a cavity, so we do have to go back to the dentist on Friday morning, but it'll be taken care of, so that's good. So, all right, I will see you tomorrow. I totally almost forgot to do this part. Okay, so this is where I'm going to put the glass. So the lighting in here is not the greatest. Like I said, it's evening, so it's a little dark. This probably would be better to show you guys. I still have the price tag on. I'll take that off later. Oh, see, it doesn't show as well now because it's so dark. Let me get the see if I can get the dining room lights a little bit brighter. 1 second. Okay, our lights are on a dimmer. I put it as bright as it can go. It's not showing as great as I would like it to. During the day, that purple was really, really bright against. A little closer here. I love the purple against the green, and this purple and green in the plate, and then with this candle holder. I just love the look of it. It does look really nice, more so during the day. Right now, not as much. I just love the shelving unit. It's a bunch of random stuff that really has caught my eye over time. So it's kind of a theme. I don't know what you call the theme. I don't. There's an overlying idea behind it all. I don't know. It's not Victorian. It's not hippie. It's not. I don't know. Anyway, but this does look really good here. I might try and show a shot during the day if I can remember tomorrow, but I probably will forget. Anyway, there it is.
Okay, this is Thursday, and this is one of 2 thrift stores that I went to. They had this really neat, I think it's amberina glass, when you see like the red and the orange kind of fade into each other, which I thought was really pretty. I believe this teacup and saucer was just depression glass. But quite a nice selection. I think I remember seeing these little glasses the last time I was there, and they still haven't sold them. I think they're asking a little too much. I think they want like $4 a glass. I can't remember. Someone's entire teddy bear collection. It's always kind of sad when you see big collections like this because you kind of have to wonder, like, is that person not around anymore? I've seen other thrifters in their videos say the same thing when they see a collection, like a lot of one thing, like, oh, that's sad. Was that grandma's? Or maybe someone just got tired of it. You know, some of us are fickle and we get tired of our collections and we want something else. I know I can be fickle with that kind of stuff. This thrift store always has a really good selection of plates. So I just like to take my time sometimes just to see what they have. There was a little bit of everything. I was drawn towards these red hearts, this little jar. I didn't get it. It was actually a really good price for what it was. I was thinking of getting it for my red heart collection. I have like a whole corner cabinet full of stuff, but my corner cabinet is getting a little full, so. These little pink glass dishes. I actually have wondered if there's supposed to be like a big pink bowl to go with it. Kind of like a dessert bowl. Love the color of this bottle. It's not old or anything, but the color was really pretty. This little chip and dip bowl or serving bowl. I forget what company makes this. I do see this bowl fairly often. Oh, there was a chip on it. But they're still fun to find. They wanted $7.99 for that bowl with a chip in it. I don't think that's happening. All right, guys, tell me what you think this is. I think it's just an ashtray, but it looks like a form for your teeth. Like, you know when you go to get like braces back in the day and you get like a whole like plaster form of your teeth? That's what this reminded me of, but in pink glass. But it does have a little indentation on the one far end. I think it was like an individual ashtray. I don't know. I think this is the toothpick holder. Again, loving the green glass. Very pretty. Kind of like a little pineapple now that I'm looking at it. And I've seen these before. I wonder if people actually ever use these for hamburgers. Is it a hamburger press? Like, I really don't see why you'd need it. You just use your hands to make a hamburger, but maybe it made it easier. So I was trying to show both sides. There we go. The hinge has seen better days. Like the second one I've seen in the past year. Oh, this was really sweet. Okay, this was a little, I guess, country decor. Little old screen door. The white picket fence and the bench and the tree. It was so cute. And little hooks for hanging things. I'd be half tempted to hang that in my kitchen, hang spoons from it. Or maybe hats. I don't know. I just thought it was so sweet. Not my decor style as much. Yeah, it's $6. I didn't think that was bad at all. And I wanted to show off their furniture section. They actually have two furniture sections, if I can spit it out. I mean, okay, these couches, ugly as sin, of course, but like very nostalgic. I remember one time I was at my mom's friend's house and she had a sofa similar to that with a wooden arm. And I went to plop down on the sofa, missed the cushion, and sat down hard on the wood arm. And oh my gosh, did I hurt my tailbone? That pain was excruciating. I think I instantly started crying and she was like, oh, she felt so bad, but there's like nothing she could do, nothing I could do. So I learned the hard way. Don't pounce down on a sofa with wooden arms. Just make sure you're going to fall down on the cushion. Because that hurt. Some prices there for you guys. Again, these chairs, I like orange, but when it comes to furniture, this was just a little tacky even for me, but they did look comfortable. But I think they might have a hard time selling them for that price, just to be honest. I think the price for the high chair was pretty good. I don't care for the color, though. That was sweet. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this lamp. Okay, it was like an old wood stove or cooking stove or whatever you call this as a lamp base. And it even had, where's the price? Yeah, $14.99. Sorry, I'm getting notifications on my phone. But it even had the little, like, back pipe. I thought that was so cool. Oh, yeah, and the scale. I've only ever seen these in movies. I was really excited to find it in the store. Yeah, $40 for that. That's probably fair. Like, you never see these. Like, how cool is that? Look at the details. How fun is that? And I wish I would have touched the red part. I think that's glass. I don't think it's plastic. How fantastic is that? It has marble on the base. I think I do zoom in here. Oh, sorry. There we go. There we go. Fine marble base made in Italy. I wonder how old that is. How old do you guys think that is? Like 60s, 70s? All right. Here I am at the second thrift store. I didn't find anything at the first one, so hopefully, kind of hoping I'll find some cool things in here today. Okay, second and last Goodwill. They had a huge, as you can see, a huge selection of Halloween decor. They had these 3 or 4 shelving units, and then they actually had more in the back. So apparently there's been a lot of Goodwill donations, at least to this store, or maybe they just save this stuff for over the year, and then when a certain holiday comes around, maybe they just bring everything out. But they had so much stuff. A cute little scarecrow. He was done. Oh, I love this. This was really cool. I didn't buy it, and I kind of wish now I had. Oh, that's why it's $7. I felt like $7 was too much. Had it been like 4 or 5, maybe. But love the jack-o'-lantern with the little skeleton body. That was cool too. Little tea light. I have to admit, like, Halloween is not my most favorite holiday to celebrate, but over the years, I'm getting more and more into it. I love the mustard packet pillow. That's kind of fun. But I feel like if you had the mustard, you should have the ketchup as well. I did not see a ketchup pillow. And I never knew Faltzcraft actually had fish plates. I thought those were really fun. But I've never seen this before. My mom had that pattern, but in blue. But I didn't know they were fish plates, which is kind of cool. I could tell instantly that these were vintage plates. I had a feeling they were Mikasa, so sure enough. I do zoom in here. Yeah, there we go. I wanted to zoom in because it was hard to see the price tag, and I wanted to show the brushed denims. Usually a lot of the Mikasa plates, their patterns have different names, so I wanted to make sure I included that. I was instantly drawn to this because I love the Christmas pattern on it, but sadly, the price was good, but sadly it did have some damage. I almost bought this actually, but when I saw that, I was like, no, I'm out. But those are really fun to pull out around Christmas time when you have company over. You fill them with like hot water for coffee or hot chocolate, what have you. This was a very interesting plate. This, not quite a bowl, not quite a serving dish, but the patterns were really pretty.
And I think $4.99 for that was a really good deal. It was very mesmerizing. It was a really cool dish, very heavy. And they actually had a few that were kind of like this, like Asian type style dishes and kind of big, round, deep serving platters. You'll see another one here in a minute. Love the soft pinks on that. I was trying to show that the gold kind of glimmered a little bit, but the lighting wasn't quite cooperating for me. I've seen some better days, sadly. Okay, and here's the other one I was telling you about. See, like a round, big, deep dish. This one was so stinking cool. I love the illustrations, the pictures on this. I guess illustration is more in reference to a book. I guess you would just call this the artwork. So, so beautiful. I'm sure $6.99 is good for that. I have no idea. I did leave it behind, but I just thought it was so, so cool. It was so freaking heavy, though. This plate was really sweet. I thought it was like older at first, but I don't think it is. And it's a cute idea. It's actually a giving plate. So you would give it to someone, I guess, with whatever on it you want, and then they can keep it, and then they give it to somebody else. So it says, please enjoy what's on this plate and fill it up again. Then pass it along the love it holds to family and friends. I think I messed that up, but you get the idea, which I think is a really, really cute idea. Oh, remember that glass bowl I got? $10 with all the cups and things? They had one for $10 with just the bowl, nothing else. I got a really good deal at the other Goodwill.
Well, everybody, thank you so very much for watching this vlog. I really appreciate your time and watching this and hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a good weekend and take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye.